Welcome to Innovation Day 2023. This Innovation Day, I'll be presenting my award-winning carbon capture machine and all these steps and procedures so that you can get a better explanation. With this, I've shrunk it even more to show you a model of it in a community. Here, as you can see, all the things that produce a lot of carbon have been taken in and put into pellets.
Elon Musk has announced a $100 million cash prize for teams that find the best solutions to carbon capture and carbon removal technologies. It is in collaboration with the X Prize and could play an important role in combating climate change. Or perhaps it's a way to compensate for the amount of greenhouse gases we emit into the atmosphere each year through direct air capture.
Hi everyone! Today I'm going to explain a carbon capture machine. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Viz Venkatesh, and I'm in 5th grade going to the middle school in the village school. I got an assignment from my teacher, Mr. Abroad, to make a carbon capture device. But ever since the Industrial Revolution, which was a couple of hundred years ago, there was a sudden spike of carbon because we were using so many motors and so much gases. And that's my carbon capture machine is trying to minimize that giant blue spike. Capturing carbon is a very important thing at this moment. Since we have produced lots of carbon and it has caused global warming, over the past 100 years, we have produced so much carbon from 0.03% of our atmosphere, it went to 0.04. Now that may not sound like a very big thing, but it is a huge thing. So we need to fix it, so I did my part of the job of making this device. Let me explain you step by step. As you can see, here is an industrial-sized carbon capture machine. It is huge. It takes carbon directly from factories and stores it somewhere deep in the oceans, all the way for usage or storage. Some of it will be pumped down deep into rock formation, which will be kept there. I'm making the same thing, except way smaller, and it can be taken up into space. Unveil my CCS, Carbon Capture Storage Device. So as I was saying with the battery, this is where you plug it in so it starts running. And then here's a vent to suck in all the air. And it's also portable, as I was saying. And it's also very light. There's also a touchpad right here. So you can set it how long you want it to run, or do a manual stop and on. We also have a noise canceling thing so it doesn't become too loud. Here there is another vent to remove all the good air. And here, as I was saying, there's a little flap to open out the tray so you can see this is where it stores all the carbon in these. As you can see here, there's a lot of gases in our atmosphere. I'm going just for the purple one, carbon dioxide, which is only 0.04% of our atmosphere. I'm going to try and minimize that. So, as you might be wondering where this came from, it came from the heat source over here that powers up all of this. The motherboard controls it like the brain of the machine. Then the heat source, it heats up, or it gives everything energy for it to power. The compression, when it pushes all the air when it coming from here, because as you can see, it has large fan, so it's large amount of air that needs to be pushed in. So that's what that does. And then these two power up the filter material, which I'll be talking about in a little bit. So as I was saying before, from the large fans, after it gets pushed, what does it do? It can't just stay there, can it? So it goes through advanced solvents, which turn it into very slush-like. Then filters containing engineered it separates it from. So there's 4 types of main things in our atmosphere: nitrogen, oxygen, argon, and the carbon being the least. It separates all of the good things, nitrogen, oxygen, and argon, and it separates the carbon into another. Here, it absorbs the carbon. As you can see, it's called solid sorbents, and it absorbs only the carbon. All the rest of the materials, they go out because we might need them. That's why it says air without CO2. It releases it. Goodbye. And then here it heats up, so it turns into pellets that can be safely stored in concentrated CO2 storage. We also have, as I was saying, the sound absorber. Since we have 2 fans, it can be very noisy, and we don't want that. So that's what that is for. And then the whole thing's called a membrane system. That's the entire thing included. Thanks for listening, guys.
Individual awards as well. I'm not sure if they're all here, but we're gonna call them up. We've got Emilia, Naya, and James. Are you Naya? And here's Biz. There you go. Give it up for Biz and Naya.
Take a picture.
All right, let's give it up for all of our award winners tonight. Now, most students submitted PowerPoints or PDFs or something like that. Viz was one of the only students that did a video presentation. We're gonna watch about 30 seconds of it. Fantastic.
This is where you plug it in. So it starts coming. And then here's a vent to suck in all the air. And it's also portable, as I was saying. And it's also very light. There's also a touchpad right here. So you can set it to how long you want it to run, or do it manual stop and
All right. His entire presentation was about 5.5 minutes. Excellent. Very well researched, incorporated multimedia, and the inside of his thing was full of ideas. Like if you took off one of the, I wish I could just show you the whole video, but basically he did a wonderful job. I don't know that I have the card. No, I'm just gonna say that I have the card to do this. I'm gonna try to give him an additional prize for the historic events that we have. 'cause- All right, let's give it up for all of our award winners! I'm gonna take a picture from down there so all of you look pretty and listen to what he tells you to do. You're gonna just, on the stage, go to the stage.
see you at Innovation Day 2023. Bye!